Shout out to Sellerboard for being today's sponsor. I had high hopes for this, but it really has just turned out to be a complete dud. You know, life doesn't really go as planned all the time. As a wise man once said, quote, "The fact is that most putts don't drop, most beef is tough, most children grow up to be just people, most successful marriages require a high degree of mutual tolerance, and most jobs are more often dull than otherwise. Life is just like an old-time rail journey. Delays, sidetracks, smoke, dust, cinders, and jolts interspersed only occasionally by beautiful vistas and thrilling bursts of speed. The trick is to thank the Lord for letting you have the ride." And so it is with Amazon FBA. Most products end up being just simple sellers. Sometimes you hit a home run, but it's rare. And unfortunately, on the flip side, sometimes you strike out. I've had my fair share of product failures, but those failures have taught me some very valuable lessons. So much so that product failures are now becoming rarer. So with that being said, here are 2 things I've learned that could help you avoid product failures in your Amazon FBA business. Number 1, the first recommendation is to change your mentality and accept the fact that some products are just going to fail. The sooner you realize this, the sooner you can move on and stop blaming yourself. Failure is just part of the game. If you recall from elementary school, Thomas Edison failed hundreds of times before he invented a working light bulb. And odds are you're going to fail too before you launch a successful product on Amazon. The important part is to keep trying. One good seller that I have is the First Aid Sign. It has consistent month-over-month sales, but that wasn't always the case. In fact, this is the second version of that product because the first version did horribly bad. And here it is. This is the first iteration of the First Aid Sign. It's made of plastic and it has this unique sort of yellow and black striped design. After I launched it, I was only selling maybe 1 or 2 of these a week, which means that when you take into consideration the storage fees, this product was losing money. It definitely was a failure. I don't know why exactly it was a failure. I liked how it was different than what was already being sold on Amazon. It seemed like it should work. So rather than give up on it though, we altered the design. We made it flat to reduce the FBA fees and went with more of a traditional look rather than the black and yellow striping. Now we only sell this one and it is doing really well. It has a healthy profit and sells several dozen every week. So what I want you to take from this is keep trying and eventually you'll have a product that succeeds. The second recommendation is to fail, but to fail small. Failure is okay when you can easily recover from it. If you've created a new product for just a few $100s and that product fails, well, that's no big deal. You can quickly recover and move on to something else. That is what we call failing small. Put a product on the market with the least amount of investment as possible. That way, if it fails, you haven't lost that much. The opposite of failing small is failing big. Putting a large investment into an unproven product. Failing big is not good because recovery may take longer, or you may actually never recover at all. One thing that causes us to fail big instead of failing small is a large minimum order quantity from your manufacturer. I recently developed a new product that I was really excited about. It's a shelf that's designed to attach to a wall and hold storage bins. I even got so far to creating the logo, some of the marketing behind it. I was really excited about it and I thought it would do well, but the problem was the MOQ, or the minimum order quantity, was really high. And since this was a new product and there was nothing like it on the market, I didn't know if it would sell. If it failed, the high MOQ would definitely make it fall in the category of failing big. I tried hard to negotiate with a manufacturer for a smaller MOQ, but they wouldn't budge. I really wanted this thing to work. I like this product. I think it's neat. I put so much time and money and effort into the prototype, but at the end of the day, I had to say no. The MOQ was just too large. If I couldn't fail small, then I couldn't fail at all. I might come back to this product someday when I can afford to take a larger risk, but for now, I've got to put it on the back burner. So I hope this advice helps you as you think about which products to launch. Remember, it's okay to fail. Keep trying and you'll eventually find a product that succeeds. But until you find that product, do your best to fail small. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Diary of an Amazon Seller. If you'd like to see how much I made last month from Amazon FBA, feel free to click on the link here. And if you haven't liked and subscribed, please click here. Thank you.